Hello friends, good morning all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Okay, all
morning, sir.
right. And then let's start for communication skills class. So I hope that all you people are doing fine, learning fine, taking care of yourself during such kind of situation. We have to take care of ourselves. We need to be physically and mentally strong, and then we can just work on our uh, learning process, whatever it may be. So in previous session, we people have done with the syllabus. Okay, and let's try to start with unit number 1. I hope that all you people are with your notebook and pen. So before going for unit number 1, I would like to tell you people we should go for here some assignments, list of assignments is there, and some reference books that you people can try to follow. So first of all, I will just give you brief idea about what assignments we people will be going to have, and then we will go for the reference books that people can use it. So first of all, let me know if my voice is clear to you, all of you, as well as you're able to see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. So for your ICA, what I see, internal continuous assessment, for that, you're going to get these 12 assignments, minimum 12 assignments that you're going to have. So out of your list is of 14 exercise. Out of those 14, we'll be doing only 12. So for that, when people will complete some part of our syllabus, we will get to those exercises. So what is it? First of all, it is grammar exercise 1. Okay, and this grammar exercise 1 is based on articles, nouns, and pronouns. So all you people will just, when we complete articles, nouns, and pronouns, immediately you'll just get this exercise, and you people have to complete it. So how to complete and how to submit, that I will explain it later on also. Then at number also same grammar exercise. Now it is second. So grammar exercise second is based on what? Now the next part of grammar is verbs, modal verbs, auxiliary verbs, and tenses. Based on that, you people have to just complete next assignment. Okay, assignment number 2. Then here again at number 3, what we people have? We people have grammar exercise 3 based on what now? Based on now adjectives, based on adverbs, prepositions, and conjunctions. So based on these 4 topics, you are going to complete your exercise number 3. Okay, then next grammar exercise is here, that is number 4, that is based on idioms, phrases, cliches, and redundancies. So based on this, you are going to have your exercise number 4. Then we'll go for here exercise number 5, that is based on now unit number 2. So assignment number 1 to 4, they are all based on unit number 1. Okay, then here now assignment number 5 and 6 will be based on unit number 2, that is based on vocabulary. So based on the synonyms of the given word, so people will get the some list of words that you people have to complete with synonyms. Synonyms means same meaning words. Then another kind is here, find the antonyms of the given word. So you will get a list of words, you people have to find it out, their antonyms. Then next is assignment number 7 here, exercise on word formation. So you have to make different words. How to make different words? By using prefixes and suffixes, you'll make different words. That exercise is here at number 7. Then next we'll go for number 8 assignment, that is based on writing conversation based on formal situation. Okay, so here you are going to write down dialogues. So now here that is based on unit number 3, assignment number 8 and 9, that is based on unit number 3, oral communication. But here you are going to write a dialogue. You people will get situation, and you people have to consider that situation, and you people have to develop a dialogue, and that should be formal situation. Okay, then number 9, writing conversation based on, again formal. Instead of formal, we will consider here informal or maybe formal also. So here again, you people are doing same thing. You people will get a situation, but this time I will try to take care. The situation will be given informal. Informal means with your friends, with your maybe family members, or that is in general. Then let's go to the next assignment. Number 10 is here. Out of these 10, this is based on your unit number 4, that is reading comprehension. So here what you people will do, you people will get one passage. That passage will be unseen passage. You people have to read that passage carefully, and you people have to answer the questions which are asked on that passage. So this kind of exercise will be here. Then next last unit, on based on last unit, people are going to have now out of 4, you're going to complete only 2, because we are going to complete how many? You're going to complete only 12 out of 14. So we'll have choice whether we can go for letter writing, business letter writing, complaint letter, order letter, inquiry letter, or we can go for email writing. That first 12 we can take, or we can skip another 2 and we can take 13 and 14. So writing a paragraph of about 120 words, or an essay about 300 words, or extempore speech on a given topic, that people will decide. So out of those 14 will conduct 12. So how to write those assignments? You people have to write those assignments in your notebook. So Avinash is asking how to write. Yes, you have to write it in your notebook, and then how to submit it. You people will get a link, and you people have to scan those pages that you people have written, and you people have to upload the PDF file of that on the given link. Like that will be the submission. Okay. So all you people just mention the list of these exercises in your notebook. So you can take a screenshot of this, and then we'll go to see the reference books. So have you taken it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Then we'll go to the next slide. We'll try to talk about textbooks and reference books. Okay. So if you want to be more, if you are just learning what I teach in class, that's I will not say sufficient, because it is not possible to cover everything in the 1 hour lecture, or maybe 2 hours a week we people are getting together, but that is not sufficient. So if you want to work on your own, or if you are a self-learner and if you want to use additional books, you people can use those textbooks and references. Okay. So first of all, we'll talk about these textbooks which are available in the library. If you are coming across, or if you are here in the campus, or if you are coming for any other reason, you can go into the library, you can ask for these books. So first book is English Grammar Just for You. So here this will be useful for you improving your grammar, but I think that you people have a lot of sources for English grammar. If you are using Wren and Martin is there, maybe number of books are there, might be in your 10th or 12th. If you have used any grammar book, that will be useful for you. But if you want to refer that, you can use that also. But make sure that you are just making all your grammar concepts clear, from parts of speech, tenses, voice, direct speech, indirect speech, all those things you people can do it. Okay. Then this book is by Rajivan Karal, Oxford University Press, that is publication. Okay. Then second book is Technical English. So that is also available in library. All books are available in library. That is by Dr. M. Hema Malini. That is publication is Ville India Private Limited. Okay. Then number 3, English for Practical Purposes. That is by the author Z. N. Patil, B.S. Waki, A.R. Thorat, Jinath Merchant. Okay. Then number 4, Study Writing. That is by Liz Ham Lyons and Ben Hesley, Cambridge University Press 2006. Number 5, Exercises in Spoken English, part 1 to 3. So here you people will get some situations, Here you people will learn. In earlier books, you people may be just focusing here for writing. Here for practical purposes means how you can use English for number of reasons. Here for speaking purpose. And here overall you can have everything, grammar and all kinds of written communication, letter writing and all those things will be here in communication skills. That is by Sanjay Kumar and Pushpalata, and publication is Oxford University Press. So this is a list of textbooks. Additionally, you can also refer these reference books also. English grammar and composition. I already told you if it is Wren and Martin, if you have this copy, that's fine. Okay, the publication is Yes Chand. Practical English usage, that is by Michael Swan. Okay, that you can go for. Oxford University Press. Remedial English grammar. Then and writing well, business communication, communication skills for technical students. Technical students means students of engineering particularly. Then Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English. If you have any dictionary, that's fine. If you don't have, you have to install one offline dictionary in your mobile and you can check the meaning. If you have online dictionary, that is okay. But you can use the dictionary which can be used online as well as offline. Then next is Essential Activator, that is again related for your grammar. Word Power Made Easy, that is again a book which will help you to develop your vocabulary. Okay, so these were the some of the reference books that you people can use. So you have to take screenshot of this also and mention in your notebook. Have you taken any questions about books or any other? काही कळत नसेल तर विचारायचं, मराठीतून विचारलं तरी चालेल. So have you taken screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's all about now. We'll go back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mukul.
तर हे पण लिहायचं आहे का होईल?
हे पण लिहायचं ते अगोदरच्या लिस्ट ऑफ असाइनमेंट्स and as well as textbooks and reference books. Okay, so let's go to the syllabus now. I will share another screen, and that will be for now our syllabus unit number 1 that I'm going to share with all of you people. Okay, so now I expect that slide is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as we people have just discussed so many things in the beginning, remember that syllabus anyway we people are going to learn it. We will complete syllabus. You are going to learn English grammar and all those things, they will be there, but don't just be a kind of bookish learner. What I mean by bookish learner, you are making your grammar perfect, you don't have any question about English grammar, but on the other hand you're facing difficulties for using English. You are not able to speak English, you are not able to write English. In that case it will be difficult. So it will be okay that if you are learning it, if you are just doing on your own, or maybe already people have studied it number of times. English grammar you have studied number of times. So here we will learn it in the form of a kind of revision only. Okay, but I would like to tell you people, you should focus more on your oral communication. You should start speaking English. You should just start how you can do better in English as far as oral communication is concerned. So I think that in previous session also, number of times in every session I will talk about this only. In every lecture I will talk about you people have to develop your speaking English. Okay, so then only you people will be comfortable, otherwise there will be difficulties. Maybe here in class there are number of students who may not be understanding my English, but with practice, I think that after listening again and again in every lecture, in every class, if you are listening me, one day you will find that you people are paying close attention and you're understanding it. So for listening and all the thing, there is no problem, but you people will be having a lot of difficulties with your oral communication. So start from today. So what you people can do today, so take one topic. For example, today you people can choose the topic. Let's say I like maybe game cricket, so I will choose the topic cricket. Okay, and I will try to find some information about cricket and number of maybe whatever you people know about it. So how that game came here, or how it is played, then what are the rules, and then you can talk about for the players and number of things, or what kind of different matches are conducted, what kind of different cups are there, and all those things you just try to collect and try to speak it for 2 to 3 minutes. You can record your own speech and you just try to listen it again. Okay, so that kind of activity will help you to just make your thoughts in English. Second day or another day, you just now, if you just spoke about cricket, you can go for other matches. Or let's say if I have spoken now only for cricket, next time I will take my favorite player. Maybe it may be Sachin Tendulkar, it may be maybe Dhoni, it may be whatever it may be, depending upon your favorite player. People choose that and try to find out information about that player. So when he was born and how was his childhood, how was his education, then how he turned towards the cricket, then what are his records and what are his characteristics as a player, how he's better in bowling, batting, or whatever maybe his characteristics might be, that you are just pointing it out. Same thing, you are going to talk about that for 3 to 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, minimum 2 to 3 minutes. You people have to speak on that topic. Like this, you practice with different topics. Another day, if you just come with this, next time you can go for, let's say, books. So one particular book that you people have read, for example, if you come across with a book, let's say any, it can be Marathi book also, but I'll just give example. You Can Win, this is a book. Okay, so this is book by Shiv Khera. So how this book is useful for number of people, so like this, or what is important in that book, who has written this book, when it is published. So these kind of information you people try to collect, then try to think about it and try to speak about, but don't read at all. Okay, don't read at all. You just try to tell those information in your own words. Next time you can just read one short story. For example, we people know number of stories which can be of a fox and maybe of a lion, and maybe moral stories also. You people have to read it. After reading story, you just try to think about that story and try to tell the same story in your own words. So that will also help. That will be again making your. So what is it, Swarupa Rathod? Any difficulty? Fine. So we'll continue. So that can you follow. Why I'm spending time? Because teaching you people English grammar is quite simple for me. Learning will be okay for you, but if you're not using those things in your communication, that will be difficult. Okay. So with this note, let's try to understand. Let's try to go to the next slide. All of you just ensure, try to tell me if the next slide is visible to you or not. Yes, Sanket Koli.
So how can we know that whatever we are speaking is correct or not?
So I
I
think
mean,
that
grammatically it is
okay.
correct
So
or not?
in last session also I have told you, right now you don't bother about what you're speaking is correct or not correct. You just go on. At this stage, you don't worry much about your speaking right. Okay. Don't worry at all about your grammar. Don't worry about your anything right now. Okay. So if you think that I may be wrong, let it be wrong. So I think that your practice, you're listening to number of people, when you people are reading a lot, you'll come to know that what I speak is right. Or if I have made a mistake, then I will realize it. And at later stage, maybe if you are, because we are not having such kind of mechanism only that I can monitor all of you and will tell that you spoke it right and you spoke it wrong. But better will be that we'll just try to continue with our speech and don't worry. Even now also, to begin with, you don't worry much about. I think that many students think that now I'm going to speak, it means that it has to be correct. Okay, so it is not necessary. If you're making some mistakes, that's okay. If you're listening carefully to me also, you'll find that there might be some mistakes in my speech also, but I don't bother about those mistakes, because those mistakes are minor mistakes, and if they're in spoken, they may not be noticed also sometimes. But minor mistakes you people have to take care. In writing, you have to take utmost care that there shouldn't be any mistakes, because writing is read and anybody can easily point it out. Okay, so for oral communication, you don't think that I have to be correct only, then only I speak. In that case, you are going to never speak English. Okay, so Don't think that if I'm going to speak it and whether it will be right or wrong. You just try to go with your wrong English, with your broken English. You just continue with broken English also. If there are mistakes also, then also you continue. But simultaneously, what you are doing, you are listening also, you're reading also, and maybe you are referring some grammar book also, as we people are going to learn here. So if you are studying something about grammar, listening and reading will help you to come out with your mistakes. Your mistakes will be eliminated. In your first speech, if you made 10 mistakes, maybe after 1 week, you'll come to know now you are maybe at number 9, or maybe after 1 month, you'll come to at 10, or you'll reduce this and you'll come to know that now you're improving. So that kind of confidence, if you're getting once, then your learning will become simpler. So right now, you might think that, sir, speaking English is very tough, but I like to tell you that is not the case. That is just your initial fear. Once you need to just start to speak English, once you speak, initially you'll face a lot of difficulties, challenges, and maybe you people are going to give up easily. You wanted to speak English, you spoke 1 or 2 sentences, and then you have given up. So but don't give up easily. You just try to continue speaking in English. So maybe you can use number of ways and different kinds of things for that, whatever it may be. So based on your available sources, you can use your mobile. In mobile there are lots of applications that you people can use, which will be useful for. Then you can also try to, I just told you, you can make presentation and speak about it. So that's all right. Okay, so here from Tanaji asking me that some tips to talk English like US or UK tone. So first of all, we have to understand that this English what we speak, that is called Indian English. Okay, Indian English is accepted all over the world. So you need not to be like anybody else. If you want to speak or if you want to learn, that's fine. If you want to learn UK or United States, that it is called accent. Okay, so that is accent. And how accent is formed? Accent is formed by the cultural and regional aspects. So all we people have some regional language like Marathi. Okay, so in case of mother tongue, we people are using it mother tongue, and the impact of mother tongue is having on our Indian English. So we people have a habit to pronounce each and every word clearly in our mother tongue. So same thing we people do in English also. So in English also, we people pronounce each and every word clearly. But in English, it is not like the case. Not each and every word is pronounced clearly. So there are some weak forms, there are some strong forms, there are some content words, there are some function words that you people have to understand when and how to. That is part of pronunciation and accent, tone, intonation that we people will try to cover maybe later on. But right now, you don't be like that to speak like American English or British English. Indian English is also accepted all over the world, and that's fine. I hope that if you want to go for that particular, if you once you shifted to maybe America or UK, then you are going to learn that accent. But by staying here, you'll come to know all other people are speaking Indian accent, and because of that, it may become difficult for you to learn that accent. But with sufficient practice, you can just be like that also. Okay, so let's try to be here and let's try to understand. We are going to begin with our unit number 1 in 1.1. What we are going to talk about, we are going to learn articles. How many articles are there? All those things. We'll just start immediately. Nouns are there, pronouns are there, verbs, modal verbs and auxiliary verbs, important, tenses. Okay, so without making much time, we people will go to the next slide. So let me know if you people are able to see the next slide. Is it visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is not visible. Okay. I think that I have to share the screen once again. Okay, so if it is visible now, lecture 1, articles, nouns, pronouns.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So that is the part of our 1.1. All those things already you people have noted it down in your notebook. And so in today's class, we are going to talk about articles. Okay. So let's be clear about articles. So I have already told you, we people are learning English, and English is a language. So you may be always comparing English with your mother tongue. Okay. So let's try to understand. In your mother tongue, there is no any articles. If you're using Marathi, you'll come to know that in Marathi, we people do not use any articles, but still we are able to express everything clearly, and we don't have any need of articles in Marathi. Okay. Now we are talking here about English, and in English there are articles. And now if we decide that we'll use English, but that English will be without articles. असं ठरवलं की इंग्लिश आपल्याला शिकायचे, पण मराठीमध्ये मी वापरत नाही आर्टिकल्स, मग इंग्लिशमध्ये पण वापरणार नाही. मग असं म्हणून जर इंग्लिश जर इफ आय स्टार्टेड युजिंग, you'll create a lot of confusion. एवढं सारं कन्फ्युजन होणार आहे की you are not able to speak what exactly you are trying to say. It will not be clear to anybody. So to be specific and to tell exactly what you mean, you have to use articles in English language. Okay, so you'll come to know there are 3 articles in English language. There are 3 articles in English language. So which are these 3 articles? You will see here that article o, and the. These are 3 articles in English language. Okay, I would like to tell you, if you are simultaneously making your notes, that will be fine, because maybe at the end of lecture I may not have any specific notes about this. I'll try to share the same PPTs with you only. But if you are just with a pen and paper, you just try to write down something like this. There are 3 articles in English, or running notes also if you prefer notes. So these 3 articles are o and the. So now if we are clear with articles, and let's say if we are clear with 3 articles o and the, so these 3 articles are classified or divided into 2 types. So which 2 types you people will see here? These 2 types are called definite article. Okay, first one definite article, and another one is indefinite article. Okay, so these 3 articles are divided into these 2 types. Then let's try to understand what a definite article means to you. What definite article means to you? So definite means specific, something which is particular. Definite means which is very clear, something which is exact, something which is obvious about something, that becomes definite. Okay, and indefinite, that means general, that is not maybe you are referring commonly something, so that time it becomes indefinite. Okay, so this indefinite means something which is not clear, something which is not obvious, something which is not exact. So therefore this is classified 3 articles. So can you tell me which is definite article and which is indefinite article here?
And are definite articles.
And definite, and the
Indefinite.
so is it right? Definite article and indefinite article the, or
Yes, sir.
is
Yes,
it
sir.
is it vice versa?
For definite article the and indefinite are an.
That's vice versa. Vice versa means indefinite articles are these 2. Okay, o and an are called indefinite, and article the is definite. Okay, so that's information about article, but try to understand where are in a sentence where we people use article. एका वाक्यामध्ये आर्टिकलचा वापर कुठे होणार? कुठे होऊ शकतो? एका वाक्यामध्ये आर्टिकल वापरायचं, तर ते एका वाक्यामध्ये कुठे येणार? एक्झॅक्टली कुठे येऊ शकतो? सुरुवातीला, मध्ये, शेवटी, किंवा कशाच्या अगोदर येऊ शकतं?
Before noun.
verb.
Yes. Yes, you people can read here. Article is word that modifies or describes noun. Article कशाच्या अगोदर येणार आहे? Noun च्या अगोदर येणार आहे. आणि noun च्या अगोदर आल्यानंतर काय करतात ते? Describe करते की modify करतात. Tell information about the noun. It is used before the noun. Very important. It is used before the noun to show whether it refers to something specific or not. Means if you're using article, depending upon which article you are using, you're talking about specific or you're not talking specific. It means that you're talking definite or you're talking about indefinite. It means that you are clear, exact, obvious, or you're not clear, exact, obvious. Something like this. Means, for example, if I talk of one example we'll get here. If it is elephant, if it is elephant, you tell me which article you are going to use here for elephant.
And
An.
It's an elephant. Okay. So here, what is elephant? Elephant is a noun, and before noun, we people have used an. So here in this case, it is, we have just talked about indefinite. Indefinite means we are talking in general about elephant. So therefore an. But now we people also discuss we are using before noun. But sometimes what happens before noun, there comes some adjectives also. Now you have to tell me, now this is another, the same example, but it is now with adjective, big elephant. So now what you people will use? An big elephant or what?
A big elephant.
Are you sure about a big elephant?
The big elephant.
It will be a big elephant. So now it changed. So we are using it before noun, but before noun what came? Here it came adjective big. So therefore now it changed a. So noun is same elephant here. Noun is same elephant here. But in this case it is an elephant and here it is a big elephant. So that is also the things that you people have to remember. All right. So I hope that this slide is clear. In that slide you came to know what article means exactly. And that articles are definite article and indefinite articles. Definite article is the, indefinite articles are a and an. And definite means something is exact, clear. We are talking particularly. Indefinite means it is general, it is not clear. We are not talking specifically. It is clear, then we'll go to the next slide. Is it clear? Reply me with yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir.
yes,
Fine. Okay, so we just talked about, now we'll talk about use, where exactly we people can use those articles. So article a and an, they are indefinite articles because they are used before indefinite or general noun. लक्षात ठेवायचं जनरल म्हणजे त्यातून कुठला असा स्पेसिफिक अर्थ किंवा एखाद्या ठराविक एखाद्या गोष्टींचा उल्लेख होत नसेल म्हणून ते इंडेफिनिट आहेत आणि म्हणून त्यांच्या अगोदर आपण अ किंवा चा वापर करणार आहोत. अ आणि एन दोन्ही, आता त्याचा डिफरन्स विल टॉक इन नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, how to be differentiate between a and an. So here one example that you people can see, I will have a fruit. So here it is a, that is article, a fruit, meaning काय होतं a fruit म्हणजे I will have a fruit, एक fruit. So that is in general sense. So it can be any fruit असू शकतो, or it is, I have not mentioned any kind of particular fruit. So therefore it is indefinite. So in this example, fruit refers to any fruit. Any fruit म्हणजे कसं general, okay, not specific or particular, and not a particular fruit. Then let's go to the next slide, and here we are going to talk about some difference between article a and an. Very important. We are going to talk about article a and an. So the choice between article a and an that you people have to remember is decided by what? Whether that particular noun is beginning with vowel or whether that particular noun is beginning with consonant sound. Remember, I'm specifically going to focus here on sound, not the letter. Okay, remember this. What is it? Sound. Sound म्हणजे उच्चार. आपण लेटर नाही घेणार आहोत इथं. Is it clear? So now tell me, what is vowel in Marathi? What is vowel? What is consonant?
स्वर आणि मूळाक्षरे.
स्वर आणि व्यंजन.
Yes. So vowels are
स्वर.
svar. And consonants are
व्यंजन.
Vyanjan. So I hope that in Marathi you are clear with swar and Vyanjan, because I cannot explain it in Marathi, but for just your understanding. So vowels are swar and consonants are Vyanjan. So how many vowels are there in English?
5.
A, E, I, O, U.
A, E, I, O, and U. Okay. So what are these? Vowel letters. याला काय म्हणणार तुम्ही? Vowel letters. पण 5 आहेत का ते? No. How many vowels in English? If I ask you how many vowel sounds are there in English? Okay. How many vowel sounds are there? There are 12. How many? 12. So which are they? Maybe I will explain it later on. But if they are beginning with, don't go for beginning. Beginning वरती जायचं नाही, सुरुवात होते म्हणून जायचं नाही. काय लक्षात ठेवायचं इथं? त्याचा साऊंड कसा होतो, त्याचा उच्चार कसा होतो हे लक्षात घ्यायचं. बरेचसे नाउन कसे असतात, सुरुवात ए आय ओ यू होते, पण त्यांचा उच्चार मात्र वॉवल सारखा होत नाही. त्या केसमध्ये तुमची फसगत होऊ शकते. यू मे बी इझिली गेटिंग कन्फ्युज. त्याच्या अपोजिट पण होऊ शकतं. म्हणजे सुरुवात कशाने होते, कॉन्सोनंटनी होते, पण त्याचा उच्चार मात्र कॉन्सोनंट सारखा होत नाही. त्याचा उच्चार कसा होतो, त्याचा उच्चार हा वॉवल सारखा होतो. त्या केसमध्ये पण तुमची फसगत होऊ शकते. सो लेट्स ट्राय टू बी स्पेसिफिक. हे कळालं? चॉईस कधी कशी आणि कशी करायची वॉवल आणि कॉन्सोनंट ए आणि एन साठी कळालं का सगळ्यांना?
हो सर.
Okay, fine. So a is used before word beginning with a consonant sound. जे व्यंजन असतील, व्यंजनाने सुरुवात होणारे जे कुठले नाउन असतील, त्यांच्यापूर्वी आपण आर्टिकल अ वापरणार. एक्झाम्पल्स यू पीपल कॅन जस्ट ट्राय टू सी. अ गर्ल, अ गिटारिस्ट, अ मॅन, अ कब. Now you just tell me, what is this? What is
Consonant.
university? It is beginning with what?
हो.
It is beginning with U.
U.
Letter U and its pronunciation. Pronunciation कसं होतं? Is it with A, E, I, O, U? यांच्या सुरुवात ए यू नी होते, सुरुवात यू नी होते, पण याचा उच्चार कसा होतो हे सांगा.
Consonant.
याचा उच्चार कॉन्सोनंट सारखा होतो. म्हणजे इफ यू जस्ट गोइंग टू प्रनाउन्स युनिव्हर्सिटी, आय विल राइट इट इन मराठी. यू कैन जस्ट pronounce it like university. So it's your, what is sound here? Sound. I'm just going to come back here. Sound. People have to consider sound, not spelling or letters. You don't go for spelling here, though it is beginning with you, but its pronunciation is year. And university. So year is vowel or consonant? You tell me. Year vowel or consonant? Sound year is vowel or consonant?
Consonant.
It's consonant. So therefore, before university, nobody is going to use and. Be sure. आपण बऱ्यापैकी एवढेच लक्षात असतं, सुरुवात बघायची. काय सुरुवात होते, ए आय ओ यू नी सुरुवात झाली, एन वापरायचं. म्हणून एन युनिव्हर्सिटी, यू विल गो रॉंग. सो इट इज अ युनिव्हर्सिटी. रिझन इज, though it begins with U, but its pronunciation sounds like consonant, so therefore it's a university. Next is same example, a union. Same, it begins with U, but it's union, again same U, union. Now here same, European. Same pronounce, that's European. Okay, so therefore a European country. Next, uniform. I think that's same examples. Here is also, that is your sound is there. Your sound is consonant. So therefore a uniform. Next, a useful thing. Same U. A 1 rupee note. Now tell me, it is beginning with O. So why not an 1 rupee note? When we say 1 rupee note, what is sound?
Consonant.
Consonant.
Yes, that is w. We do not call own, or we do not say other. So that is w sound. So w is consonant. So therefore it is 1 rupee note, a one-eyed man, etc. So these are the some of the examples where people need to be very careful about what, whether it is beginning with vowel sound or consonant sound, not spelling. Remember, not later. So it may confuse you. I hope that all you people are clear with this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then let's talk about now an. So an is used before word beginning with vowel sound. Now remember here vowel sound. So which vowel sounds? That A, E, I, O, U. But it is also not the same. You people have to remember about the sound. So examples you people can see, an enemy is here, an ink pad is here, an orange is here, an umbrella is here. Here you just tell me what is right. An hour, is it okay? Or a hour? You just tell me.
An hour.
An hour. Now tell me why it is an hour. Because it is beginning with H and then Y an. Why? It's simple that you people try to think about the sound. So while talking about this word, you tell me how you pronounce it. It is hour or hour?
Hour.
It's hour. So what happens here? Though it begins with H, but H is silent. H चा उच्चार करायचा का इथं?
नाही.
नाही, H चा उच्चारच करायचा नाही. त्यामुळे याचं प्रोनाउन्सिएशन कसं होतं? आर. आणि उच्चार कशाचा येतो? अ चा येतो. अ काय आहे? अ वावल साऊंड आहे. म्हणून इथं काय येणार आहे? एन आर असं येतं. सेम विथ एन ऑनेस्ट. हॉनेस्ट म्हणायचं का? नो. पीपल हॅव टू से इट्स ऑनेस्ट. H is silent. So no. So therefore an honest. Same here, an air. H is silent here. That is an air. Then next is in case of MA. So if it is MA or MLA, you'll come to know why there is an. Why there is an MA? Why there is an MLA? It is beginning with what? It is beginning with M. It is beginning with M. Both are beginning with M. Okay, but even then also why before M there is an MA or why an MLA? Can anybody tell me?
It sounds like a vowel.
Yes, exactly. When you're pronouncing M, how do you pronounce it? Let me tell you. You people just tell me which one is the pronunciation that you people are using to pronounce that. Whether first one or second one.
Second one.
Second one.
Second,
Yes. If you're pronouncing like this M, then you people, A is what? A is vowel. Okay. So therefore an M. If you're pronouncing yum, that is not yum, but see, remember many students call it yum. Yum. No, you should not call it yum. That's M. Okay. Same here also. So therefore sound is vowel. So therefore an MA and MLA, like this, you people are clear, pronounce it, and so we'll come to know an MLA. Okay, is it clear?
yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Maybe I'll give you later more examples also. Then next, now we'll talk about use of article O. Now O and they are same. Difference is, what difference you people have to check only? Differences of sound. काय बघायचं फक्त? त्याचं साऊंड कुठला येतो तो फक्त बघायचं आणि त्या साऊंड नुसार you are going to choose a or an. If it is vowel sound, you are going to choose what? If it is vowel, you are going to choose what?
And
And if it is consonant, you are going to choose.
A.
Okay. So first of all, we're going to talk about use. are used before a noun that is being mentioned for the first time or that is not known to the receiver. एखादं नाउन पहिल्यांदा त्याचा उल्लेख होत असतो. So that type किंवा दुसऱ्या केसमध्ये it is not known to the receiver. In such cases, we are going to use article or and. So here people can just see examples given. Suddenly we heard a loud noise. So in this case, example, noun is noise. Loud is adjective. So sound is what? It's l sound. Okay. So therefore, l is consonant. So therefore, a loud noise. Same, you can think of your problem. We have a problem. So in this case, we'll come to know sound is p. P is a consonant. So therefore, you're saying a problem. Okay, so that is first when you're talking about something first time, or if it is not known to the receiver, in that case you will use or and. It can be and also. Your examples are given only of a. You can think of and also, like an apple, an elephant, an onion, or an umbrella. So many examples that you do, and you can make sentences of that. Then next use that people can talk of, and that is to refer to a general type of person or thing. म्हणजे सुरुवातीला मी जस्ट तुम्हाला डेफिनेट आर्टिकल आणि इनडेफिनेट आर्टिकल बद्दल सांगितलं होतं. In that case, you people can think that is general type. We are not talking particularly. त्याला स्पेसिफिकली बोलत नाही आहोत आपण. सर्वसाधारण अर्थाने ज्यावेळेस एखाद्या व्यक्तीबद्दल किंवा एखाद्या वस्तूबद्दल बोलत असू, in that case you people can use or and. आणि यांचा वापर सारख्याच अर्थाने होतो. Would you like to have a grilled sandwich? So here a grill means in a general sense. It is not a particular sandwich. So if you're talking about particular, in that case it becomes or it changes to article the, that is definite. A child needs love and affection. Okay, so here you just try to think about this a. Article a refers that noun child. तर in this case, are you taking limited meaning? A child means one child असा अर्थ होतोय का यातला?
No.
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 A child means all child. You will come to know every child, in fact. Okay. प्रत्येक चाइल्डला कशाची गरज आहे? लव्ह अँड अफेक्शनची गरज आहे. सो अ चाइल्ड दॅट इज रेफरिंग टू जनरल सेन्स. कुठल्या अर्थाने वापरलेला आहे? एका जनरल अर्थाने वापरलेला आहे. Okay, so therefore it's a child needs love and affection. Then next, singular countable nouns. कधी कधी वापरू शकतो अजून आर्टिकल अ आणि and. सिंग्युलर म्हणजे कसलं? Singular means
एकवचनी.
Countable, what we can count. So such nouns, before those nouns, you people can use article o. So for example, we saw a car. So a car is singular. Okay, then it is countable. We can count cars 1 2 5 10 100 thousands. So such nouns. So remember that you cannot use article a and before plural nouns. If noun is plural, then you can't use o or and. So if it is cars, in this case, if it is cars, will it be right sentence? We saw a cars.
No, sir.
Same. Here is a dog's हो शकेल का? No. So yes. So if it is singular, then only people can use a or an. A and an are singular. Remember, article a and an, they are singular. You can't use them with plural nouns. So you can take examples of an also, like that. Tell me one example with an. Any sentence, short sentence with an, like we saw a car.
We saw an elephant.
So same, you people can't say we saw an elephant. So elephant is singular. We're talking about countable. Elephant is countable, and that is singular. Like this, you people have to remember. Okay. कळालं इथपर्यंत काय कोणाला अडचण आहे? कळत नाही असं आहे का कोणाला?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Because I think this is a kind of revision part. Already people have studied articles number of times, but still, if anybody is here in the class, you just try to raise your hand, tell me again. You can just try to maybe raise your questions, queries. If you are not getting me clearly, if speed is more, try to tell me a little bit. Mala, I don't want it to switch to mother tongue, but I think that to begin with like this, sometimes I'm talking in Marathi also, but you don't expect it at all. Okay. Then we'll just try to go to the next slide here. That's okay. Definite article will cover in next session. Now time is short. We'll take attendance. We'll try to cover more information. You people have to find it out. लक्षात ठेवायचं मी जे क्लासमध्ये शिकवलंय हे कसं आहे दॅट इज व्हेरी लिमिटेड. म्हणजे फक्त तुम्हाला एक जाणीव करून द्यायचे आर्टिकल अँड किंवा एक दोन एक्झाम्पल. जास्त एक्झाम्पल्स तुम्ही काय करायचे, यू पीपल हॅव टू फाइंड इट आउट. Internet is best source, Google is best source. Try to come with number of other uses of article and other examples, exceptional examples जिथं article येते किंवा सुरुवात कॉन्सोनंट ने झाले. आणि टुमॉरो एक्सरसाइज फॉर टुमॉरो काय करायचं तुम्ही, पीपल फाइंड आउट एक्झाम्पल्स. कसले एक्झाम्पल्स शोधायचे तुम्ही उद्या या नेक्स्ट लेक्चर मध्ये. त्याची सुरुवात कॉन्सोनंटनी होते आणि त्याच्या पुढे काय काय येते, कॉन्सोनंट सुरुवात होऊन सुद्धा ऍन वापरलं जातं. आणि दुसऱ्या केस मध्ये त्याची सुरुवात कशाने होते, वॉवेलनी होते. वॉवेलनी होऊन त्याच्या सुरुवात आर्टिकल कुठलं वापरलं जातं, आर्टिकल वापरलं जातं. असे एक्झाम्पल्स ऑल ऑफ यू पीपल ट्राय टू फाइंड आउट. विल डिस्कस देम इन नेक्स्ट सेशन. कळालं का नाही कळालं काय सांगितलं ते.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
असे एक्झाम्पल जसं ऍन आवर मी सांगितलं, ऍन आवर किंवा अ युनिव्हर्सिटी होते, असे एक्झाम्पल शोधायचे. सो रोल नंबर 1, रोल नंबर 2 absent, 3, 4, 5 absent, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 absent, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47 absent, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. I think that 62 and 63 are absent. How many? Last roll number is 63.
No, sir.
Now
61.
it's
61 is last. Okay, fine. So you people have 61. So absent numbers 2, 5, 39, and 47. I can check only 2, 5, 39, 47. If not, then fine. Thank you for joining today, and do join for the next session also. Keep learning. Try to learn how to use articles. It is not just for one example. You are just finding out a car or a dog, but in day-to-day communication or in general communication, how people can use articles specifically, and be clear with your intention. That is important. Okay. So with this note, I will end this meeting for all. So should I end this meeting for all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for next session, you may get delay by 5 minutes also. So if there is time, then you just stay connected. So I will end this meeting.